What's up, Barn fam? We're back talking about how to plan your workouts during the week. Last time we talked about our testing workouts, which are, your more kind of mainly our Wednesday afternoon workouts, or if we're in the open, kind of those open workouts, and how to attack those and kind of the ideas going into it. Now we're going to talk about practice workouts, which makes up a majority of your training, right? Whether you realize it or not. The basically the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday workouts that we do every week, you probably won't ever see those ever again, right? So the idea of just trying to get as good of a score as possible every single time is wasteful, really. So it's not the ideology that we write the workouts with and what we want you to get out of it. Now understand, when we write those workouts, we're trying to target specific areas, right? Whether it's a metabolic area, we're trying to get you to strain your respiratory system in a certain way. We're trying to get you to stress your energy transfer system in a certain way, or we're trying to develop a certain skill, right? That's why you see so many skills each week. So what we want to talk about today is how to plan for those and how to approach those workouts, right? It shouldn't be every single day. Your goal should not be to get the best score possible, right? Because that doesn't matter. The days that it matters to get the best score possible is on Wednesdays, when we have our Women Crush Wednesday workouts that we test. So this is kind of a basic workout I threw up here that gives us some good examples of some areas we can work on. Now, right here we got 3 rounds for time, a 200-meter run, 15 total bar, 10 cleans at 135.95, and then 5 pistols, right? So this can be approached a lot of different ways, right? Understanding first that this is not a testing workout, this is a practice workout. This is on a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. And what this is we first have to understand our strengths or weaknesses, okay? So let's say right now I'm somebody who's not particularly great at gymnastics, but I'm pretty strong, okay? The run is probably going to be fairly taxing for me. Let's say let's say you can do a couple total bar, all right? Let's say you can do, 1 or 2 total bar at a time. Cleans, you're good with the RX on the cleans, fantastic. And the pistols, you cannot do pistols at all right? So that's the scenario we're going to lay out, right? Obviously, everybody's different. Everybody has a different kind of a situation going into this, but that's the one we're going to lay out right now. Let's say you're not great at running, okay? That gives you a great opportunity here to focus on that. A 200 meter is what we call a low mid-range run, all right? So which in terms of the workouts we do, that is on the lower mid-range. So this is a great opportunity for you to try and make those sprints and try and fire out as fast as you can, all right? So you want to run those about 85%. 80 to 85% to try and challenge yourself in the run to get better at your running capacity. Now, total bar, all right, 15 total bar, you can do 1 or 2 at a time. We might want to think about, let's say the cap for this workout is 15 minutes, pretty reasonable cap. If you do 1 or 2 at a time, you're probably not going to finish this workout, all right? So there's a couple options that we have. All right. Now, like I say, if you can only do 1 or 2 at a time, probably the option you want to look at is cutting down the reps. Now, this is something you should talk with your coach about to figure out what option is going to be right for you. But the first option, I would say personally, if you just are trying to get your total bar better, cut down the reps. That way you can jump up there, try and get as many as you can, as long as you're building good rhythm, and then go from there. Now, if you're somebody who, you can get those 1 or 2 total bar, but you're having to re-kip every time, right? Re-kipping is just the kryptonite of bar movements, your bar gymnastics movement, having to re-kip everything, right? That's because you don't have consistent rhythm and timing. You're probably doing a lot of things right, but the rhythm and the timing isn't there. So what we need to do is we'll keep the 15 if that's the case. If you're a re-kipper, we'll keep the 15, and what we'll do is we're not even going to do full total bar. We'll scale that down to kind of like a knees to elbow or a kipping knees to chest, to where we're finding a movement to where you're not having to re-kip and you can just do a big bulk of reps at the same time. So, trying to get 5, 10, 15 unbroken there of your kipping knees to elbows. And what we're doing is we're building the rhythm of your movement. We're building the positions, right, which is going to make you better. So once again, just like all of this, it's very dependent on kind of how you are, where you're at, and what your specific issues are. That's where the coach comes in. The cleans, we're going to jump into those cleans and bang them out as hard as we can. All right, like we said, the weight is not super challenging for you. You're going to jump straight into those. Now the pistols, you can't do pistols. All right, if you're not able to do pistols, perfectly fine. We're going to do, first off, the coach needs to assess kind of why you can't do the pistols. Is it a mobility issue? Is it a stability issue? Can you get into the bottom of the pistol, but you have a hard time standing up? Probably more of a stability strength issue. Do you roll into your toe and fall off balance every time on the way down? Probably more of a mobility issue. And then there's multiple other problems. But first off, you need to talk with your coach about assessing that, and then that will tell us what scale we need to go to. So let's say it's the stability issue. You go down, have a hard time getting back up. We'll throw a band across the rig, let you pistol squat onto that, and then we'll keep that same amount there. And then obviously it's only 5, so we want to make those 5 pretty challenging. So we're going to move it down to where you're just able to get one at a time as you're going through that. This is 3 rounds, and kind of the way this workout sets up with these scales that we've talked about sets up really well. You're going to go really hard on the run. You're going to come in, you're going to work on your technique of your toe bar. You're going to go really hard on the cleans. You're going to work on your technique of the pistols. You're going to work on getting better at those things. Like I say, this is a practice workout. This is a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday WOD. You'll never see this workout again. So just focusing on getting a good time every time is not going to pay you dividends in the long run. Now, let's say you're somebody who you run well, 15 toe bar, not too challenging. 10 cleans, not challenging. 5 pistols, not challenging, right? This is a pretty good, this is a good written workout for you, right? So that changes things. Now here's a couple questions you got to ask yourself when it comes to that, right? So you're good at these things. Now you can look at this as a sprint workout, right? You're going to push yourself and push your capacity as hard as you can and really go and give this workout everything you got if you're RXing it, right? If you're RXing it, that is something that you want to look at a lot of the time is, do I need to just go all out, right? None of these are hard for me in these amounts, right? So I'm just going to go all out, I'm going to gas it, right? Or is it such a low challenge for you, you go more, right? That's not ever really a problem either, right? Only if you're fully RXing everything, right? If you're, if we go back to the scenario where we talked about before, where we're scaling a lot, you shouldn't increase anything else. Keep everything else the way it is, scale the parts that you want to scale. But if you're already RXing everything, now we can look at increasing things, right? Is this workout going to be easy for you? Maybe, right? Can we increase the weight on the cleans, right? Or if you picked these things, which one's the hardest for you, right? Is the 5 pistols, let's say you can usually do about 6 or 7 pistols unbroken. Well, let's move that up to 10, right? Because once again, this is a practice workout, right? It doesn't matter your score compared to anybody else's. It only matters what you're getting out of the workout, right? That's what this is all about, is performance. So that is kind of the biggest part that I want you to take away from this video, is understanding goals of every workout and what we're trying to do. And if you're ever not sure of the goal of the workout or what we're trying to get you to get out of it, talk to your coach. Coach will always be happy to help. Thanks for watching. More of these to come. We'll see you soon.